Hello everyone, myself Suhas, currently pursuing my graduation in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, and today I am here to explain on the topic tokens in C programming language. Tokens in C programming language include the fundamental building blocks of C programming known as tokens. Understanding these tokens is crucial for effectively writing and executing C programs. The presentation will explore their types, meanings, and how they are processed by a compiler. Introduction to tokens. In C programming, tokens are the smallest individual units that form a program. They are basic building blocks upon which the entire program structure rests. Imagine them like a word in a sentence, each with a specific meaning and purpose. Tokens are essentially the raw materials that the compiler uses to understand your program. They provide the compiler with instructions on how to execute the code. These instructions include variable declarations, data manipulations, and control flow logic. Each token represents a specific element of the language, such as keywords, operators, identifiers are crucial for conveying instructions to the compiler. Types of tokens. Identifiers. Identifiers are used to define names given to variable functions, arrays, or any other user defined entities within a C program. Constants. Constants are fixed values that remain unchanged throughout the execution of a C program. They are used to represent unchanging values such as numbers, characters, or strings. Operators. Operators are special symbols that perform specific operations on operands, variables, or constants. These operations include arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise operators. Keywords. Keywords are predefined reserved words with specific meanings in C programming. These words cannot be used as identifiers because they have predefined roles in language's syntax. Strings are sequences of characters enclosed within double quotes. They are used to store textual data such as names, addresses, or meanings. Punctuators. Punctuators are special symbols used to separate tokens, control statement execution, or denote the end of a statement. Examples include parentheses, brackets, braces, and semicolons. Identifiers. Identifiers are the names you give to variables, functions, and other program elements. Naming rules. Identifiers must start with a letter A to Z with a capital or a small a to z or an underscore. Subsequent characters can be letters, digits from 0 to 9, or underscores. Case sensitivity. C programming is case sensitive, meaning the name in small letter and the name in capital letter are considered different identifiers. It is important to maintain constant capitalization throughout your code. Examples. Valid identifiers. Age, student name, total marks, invalid identifiers 1, 2, 3 age, student name, total marks percentage. Keywords. Reserved words. These words have predefined meaning and cannot be used as identifiers. The compiler recognizes them to interpret the structure and logic of your program. Fixed meanings. Each keyword represents a specific operation or structure in C programming. They are essential for defining variables, controlling program flow, and manipulating data. Examples int, char, float, double, else, for, while, switch, case, break, continue, and etc. Constants. Literal constants. These are directly written values in the code such as numbers, characters, and strings. Symbolic constants. These are defined using hash define directive. They provide meaningful names for constant values, making your code more readable and maintainable. Constant variables. These are variables declared using the constant keyword. Their values cannot be modified after initialization. Strings. Strings include character arrays, null termination, string operations. Character arrays. Strings are implemented as arrays of characters in C. They are used to store sequence of characters such as names, addresses, or meanings. Null termination. Strings in C are terminated by null character. This character signifies the end of the string and is essential for string manipulation and processing. String operations. C provides a set of functions in the string.h header file for working with strings such as strcpy, strcat, and strlen. Operators. Operators include arithmetic, which performs mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Relational. Compare operands and return a Boolean value based on the comparison. Logical. Combine Boolean expressions using AND, OR, and NOR operators. Assignment. Assign a value to a variable. Bitwise. Used for manipulating individual bits. Punctuators. Parenthesis, brackets, braces, semicolon, which includes under punctuators. Use it to enclose expressions, arguments, or to change the order of operations in a program. Brackets. Use it to access elements in array. Braces. Use it to define block of code such as function bodies and control structures. Semicolon. Use it to terminate statements in C programming. Some meaningful units in C. Tokens, basic building blocks of C program. Expressions, combinations of operators and operands. Statements, complete instructions of the program. Functions, reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. Lexical analysis and tokenization. This include input source code. The C program code is read from a file or standard input. Lexical analyzer. Lexical analyzer scans the input code and identifies the token, ignoring white space and comments. Token stream. A sequence of token is generated and passed to the next phase of the compiler, the praiser. Let us now summarize tokens. In C programming, tokens are the smallest individual units of a program. They act as the building block of any C program. There are 6 types of tokens in C. Keywords. Predefined reserved words in C such as int, return, if, and while. These have special meanings and cannot be used as variable names. Identifiers. The name given to variable functions and arrays. They must begin with a letter or underscore and can include letters, digits, and underscores. Example, sum, total underscore marks. Constant. Fixed values that do not change during execution. They can be integer constants. Example, 10, minus 25. Floating point constants. Example, 3.14, minus 0.5. Character constants. Example, a, 5. String constants. Example, hello, C programming. Strings. A sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes, such as hello world. Operators. Symbol used to perform operations on variable and values. Example include arithmetic operators. That includes plus, minus, multiplication, division, and result. Relational operators. Lesser than, greater than, is equal to, not equal to. Logical operators. And logical operators, or logical operators, etc. Bitwise, assignment, and ternary operators. Special symbols and punctuation used for program structures such as brackets, define blocks, function parameters, and arrays. Comma separates the variables in declarations. Semicolon marks the end of a statement. Hash, use it for preprocessor directives. Example, include stdio.h. Some key points to remember in mind. Tokens define the syntax and logics of C program. Follow the rules for identifiers to avoid errors, operators, and symbol structure computations and flow. Importance of tokens in C programming. Tokens provide the structure and foundation for building C programs. They represent the smallest meaningful units of code, enabling the compiler to understand the logic and instructions you have defined. Conclusion and key takeaways. Understanding tokens is essential for mastering the C programming language. Tokens serve as building blocks of C code, and the compiler relies on their correct classification. and interpretation to generate executable programs. Thank you.